What an amazing mission. And that's what drew me to your campaign and you as an individual. And I've been following you for basically ever since we met and you ran for office for state assembly. Something you said struck me. You learned through the Black Panther School to think like a free person. Tell me more about that.
The conditioning that we all experience, in all cultures, right? I just happen to know the experience of this particular culture because I grew up in it. You're conditioned to accept whatever status quo you're in at that moment. And that status quo typically is where you are on the bottom. My father would always say, and my father was a big political guy too. He died a couple of years ago. He's a musician and a big activist as well. He always say that whoever told you you were put here to be a doormat was lying. So even that simple idea, that simple thought that you're not here to be a doormat is an example of a free person. Those are the precepts we learn, right, in America. The revolutionary spirit, the don't tread on me, So it's really letting that revolutionary talk of freedom migrate into the people who have the less freedom. And then letting your decisions and your identity matrix expand to be inclusive of freedom. And I'm taking that word back. My family, we never gave that word up. Somehow liberals and Democrats have let Republicans have that word. It's time to take it back because they don't know freedom. They're the ones who injure freedom, right? The people that need it are the millennial generation, the women, the people on the bottom, all of us, African Americans, all of us, right? Immigrants, we are the ones who are fighting for freedom in our hearts and our lives. So freedom is everything. You're born free. Our Constitution enshrines it, but it describes it. It's a state that all people are born with everywhere. And so freedom is integral. And I really want people to get back into the word freedom and relish it and get into it. And I think this country needs to start representing freedom around the world again. We've been letting freedom take a backslide. Dictators popping up. We're acting like a dictator here with this guy in the White House. We got to get back into promotion of democracy and freedom. We got to get into it. That is the only way we're going to make it without falling into total despotism and destruction and inequitable resource allocation, which results in what you see. People out there in every state in the union, out there in the streets in 22 countries.